With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This fielded at the 2. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Manning. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards, a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. That's complete to Sharp. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Manning. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Manning. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The 7th play now, this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Shotgun now for Manning. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd down, it's Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Check it back, check it back. Check, check. Fresno. Hard. No.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
To throw is Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will score. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 6-0 our score after 1.
Ready up. Blue draw, Porter. Watch a slap. Let go.
Now a give, right side. Jackson. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Surtain.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Looking deep for Adams. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Look at me. Go. Back. Hey, Charlie.
So after the INT, it's Manning. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Hey, Zoom.
Another try after the first down sack. Manning trying to lay one up deep. This is caught. Touchdown! Andre Reed, 47 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Tannehill throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw, Tannehill. There he goes inside the 30. He's got his big tight end, Dallas Clark. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Tannehill on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Darius Leonard able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Tannehill. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, team six.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing again is Tannehill. Got a man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Dallas Clark there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing again on second down. Manning. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Andre Reed, 77 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 3rd and 2, Tannehill. And Adams has it, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Davante Adams, 61 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Manning. forced out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns, his second sack of the night.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. On the draw, this is Barkley. Muscles him off. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well.
Ready, set. 58 to Mike. Time to go, night. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. 18 Gators.
Throwing is Manning. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terrell Owens there to make the grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too, each and every play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Ready up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He finds McCoy. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reggie White able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, break.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And all the way in for the touchdown. Andre Reed 65 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23. Make it the With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway from the City Beautiful. This will be taken about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. I got you.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. Chris Johnson in a foot race, and they will not catch him. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. Given 52 yards on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They give to Johnson going right. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And that is going to be incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive.
Let's go. 70 Andy. 40. Pick it up.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Kamara trying the right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson. And it's caught by Parker. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it. I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs, but the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams, 31 yards, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Bryant's extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now third down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.